And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Go ahead and say it, Ed. Go Tigers!
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
You like that? You like that?
F it. Jamar's down there somewhere.
New Orleans Saints select Marcus Davenport.
No!
Splash Brothers? Yeah.
It's playoff. Get going, Brace.
The playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
What is up, guys? Dirty Boot Sports, and we're back with our third interview. This time we got Jonesboro-Hodge head coach Terrance Blankenship. Say what's up.
What's up?
Welcome, Coach.
Yeah, who else we have today? Let's start it off.
Chance is here. We got Bill.
Chance is wearing a Winfield hat.
I am wearing a Winfield hat. They paid a bill, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
You got me, Bill, Clay, Railey, Kyle, and Peyton finally back after his long absence. It feels like
It was 1 week.
Felt like forever.
I think
Man.
it's
feel
one
like a long
episode.
time.
Yeah.
It was just one episode.
Yeah. But yeah, we got some good questions we got to ask. We want to get a little bit of a season preview for Jonesboro this year. We had an exciting season last year. We want to talk about that a little bit.
Yes, it was.
So let's get it started. I think first let's talk about last year. We went, 11-3, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Had honestly, a miracle season, I would say. So talk about just that whole process. How'd that feel obviously the things that happened in the summer, just that journey, give us a little background behind that.
It was a long journey. July 26, 2021. About 4 something, you get that call, and I'm at the stadium washing clothes, and we just take off 2 weeks after that. So when you decide to come back, you just really don't know what to expect from those kids. And, it started out kind of sluggish a little bit with the Winfield game. And, that's a rival game. It goes anyway every year. But, that game against West Washington, we played and felt like we couldn't do any wrong that day. And it just kind of took off, and our kids started to believe and to buy in, and play for those 2 Angels that we lost, that was watching over us, I felt, all year. And, kind of funny. I guess, you lose to Winfield, you lose to Jonesboro-Hodge, you beat everybody else, and then you lose to the state champs that, I look at that game. I didn't even watch the man and they meet game because I was still pretty sick. I
watched it.
You score 4 touchdowns on them and you leave 3 on the board, and, it just, it's kind of sick. I told the kids, that those chances don't come every year.
Yeah.
So when you get a chance, you got to take advantage of it. But it was a great run. We had fun, the community backed the kids. They were there every game. Shirts, food, cheering. So, we took a lot of travel, had some good exciting games. Jonesboro-Hodge, going a couple of overtimes up there in the rain. And the Franklin game comes down to the end. We go for 2. And even they meet game, standing room only. But, it was a good fight, a good game. And hats off them, they pulled it off. But it was a great season, and those 11 seniors, we're definitely going to miss them. The records were set. So I tell you how special some of them were. And this season coming up, we got some kids back with a lot of experience. So we're looking for them to kind of step up. I don't expect anybody to throw for 3,000 yards or receiver to have 17 touchdowns or another linebacker to have 200 tackles. So, I hope, but I'm not expecting. I hope it'll be a group effort, this time a lot more kids contributing. We got some good skill guys, I think so. I think they'll fill in for the void that Mosey and Jay Lewis and Justin left. So, but you'll see us do a lot more running this year. We're gonna do some 2-back stuff. Just try to use the big guys up front. Not the running guy, but you got to change sometimes. Whatever the team decides, you got to do what you got to do. But I feel like we're going to lean on the O-line and D-line, this year. Those guys have been with us, for 4 years, those seniors up front. So it's time to pay off. Yeah,
for sure. And I saw Xavier. He's going to be one of the running backs this year, right?
He is. Xavier, along with Octavius Drayton, he played
number
Winfield
6 last year.
Yeah, he played the Winfield game. He scored, and I told him, you didn't play again. They meet. But you got him, then you got Chance Leonard, and then any other newcomer freshman we maybe can find. We're gonna try a couple of them out, but you'll see us in some 20 personnel, 2 backs. So like I said, just hopefully, those guys can make some plays, and I feel they can. Did a couple 7-on-7. We tried, 2 different quarterbacks at them, and we got some guys that if we give them the ball, they can make some plays.
So what's the quarterback going to look like? 'Cause, we lost Tydre, who
I think that's the most intriguing question going into the season.
Yeah. Tydre as you said, incredible season last year.
Was.
So what's that going to be like?
Tydre, and I tell everybody, you can't beat Tydre because he's 2.5 years into the pro. Starting at quarterback, and he got better as time went on. The game settled down.
Weapons got better too.
Yeah, once he understood, the game. I mean, he could pretty much sometimes I wouldn't even have to call the play. He I got it, coach. So I okay. And, when the kid tell you that and they get it right, then you start to trust them. So, we get a quarterback like that. They just don't have it very often. But we're gonna start the season off with Cameron Leonard. We're gonna put him back there, and we'll put Zion Gray out wide along with Terrance Phillips. Both of those guys.
They can jump.
Yeah, they can jump, they can run. So try to get them some weapons on our side. And like I say, you can go 20 personnel. You put Xavier Atkins back there along with Drayton. So with the big boys, maybe just 3 yards in the cloud of dust for a minute. Hopefully he'll pull it and find somebody downfield a little bit. But it may be dink and dunk for a while, but I think he'll figure it out. He's talking today in practice, he said, Coach, he said, I think I got it. I said, we'll find out. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. I said, it's not as easy as you think. I said, but Coach Anderson told me, if you'll just listen, the game of I said, we've been doing this long and you've been living. I know you kind of excited and you think, I said, but it can change week to week, play to play, man. I said, but just slow down and just take what they give. I said, let the other guys do the work for you. You don't have to try to do it all by yourself. So that's how we're going to start the season off when we kick off practice Monday. It's going to be Cameron back there. We call him Smoke. So
yeah,
it'll be him back there trying to give it a go, and hopefully that's it. Hope we don't have to switch up in there.
So what about the defense? What's that going to be like?
4-2-5 still?
They're going to be 4-3. That's what Coach Hicks wants to go. Coach Hicks wants to go 4-3 cover too. That's what he's been practicing all summer. So Mosey left. He was all state back there. So you'll see Zion Gray and Terrance Phillips back there, free and strong safety. You'll see, Smoke at one corner. Then the other corner probably be either Drayton or Morion Jackson over there. So, and you'll have Zay in the middle. So, the other 2 linebacker spots kind of up for grabs right now, but I don't want to put nobody out there.
Yeah. No.
They'll think they starters if I said today, so I better wait. Better wait till the 19th.
Is this going to be the first time that y'all have not ran a 4-2-5
Probably
since you've been there?
It is, and you know what, Coach?
That's all I've ever known.
That's
for
all,
since Hicks has been there for sure.
He wants to do 4-3 so bad, but we've just been struggling to find 3 linebackers.
Third linebacker is always the hardest thing for us to find.
I think that he's just thinking that Atkins can cover up.
I was going to say
somebody that's not doing right. So,
yeah.
And I ain't say that he won't get in the middle of the season, say the heck with it and go 4-2-5, but he's gonna start out 4-3.
Yeah, his speed can kind of cover up for anything else.
Yeah. And then up front, you got Waters back, then you got Peyton Smith back. Dom will be at one end, and then the other end kind of be up for grabs. But it'll be a young kid, probably a junior that steps up there. So we're excited. And defense hopefully they can hold us down till we get the offense on the ground.
You got any O-line, D-line going to play both ways, or you going to be able
the first one would probably be Waters and Dominique Strickland probably. Those would be the 2, but hopefully, we've been talking, the first 2 games we know for sure, you got General Trash, and then you got West Washington. So hopefully by the end, some young guys will be ready to give them a blow. Hopefully. If not,
at least for a couple plays.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if not, we're definitely on defense, if you can give them a blow there, but we would love to get Waters off of offense and just let him go one way.
He's the secret fullback. Like he's a weapon.
Please don't say that. Please don't. Yeah, I can't remember. It may have been down in Franklin, but I don't know where it was. Or it may have been in Northwestern. But I gave him the ball one time and he's swooping down. He was in. I said, man, referee said you were down. I fell across the line. Yeah.
Undoubtedly not.
That's your one chance. I'm looking at forgetting about somebody else. So yeah, he'd probably get a penalty if he ever scored though.
I think that's how every lineman would be.
Yeah.
Though. Like I always said, if I ever somehow got the ball and scored, I'd get thrown out the game. Like I would do something. There ain't no telling what I would have done. I'd have spiked it. I'd have tried to dunk it over the goalpost or something.
Oh, that'd have been entertaining.
Oh yeah,
you try to do that.
Have somebody get on their knees and jump off the back.
That's right.
I mean, as long as we up and the game is pretty much over,
it's okay.
I mean, I still be ticked off, but I'll understand. I'll understand. It's a dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the most fun question: what about special teams?
That's a good question.
Who's kicking this year, Coach? Field goals, not kicking off.
Yeah, what's name's gonna kick for us last year? So, Chance, he'll kick.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna. As a matter of fact, we was working on it yesterday. He's gonna kick off for us too. So, now punting, that's a question. Yeah,
Don't punt.
Yeah.
Go for it.
hey,
Be like that Arkansas coach, right?
Well,
I
hey,
mean,
Voiles does it still.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
if I don't have the punt, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But I'm quite sure I'm at the punt somewhere.
Hey, Coach, look at that schedule.
Oh yeah.
Look, who kind of keeps you up at night?
All of
Not
them.
gonna sleep on anybody.
Nah, I mean, you go through this. I had people when you call around trying to get a game, and everybody, oh no, Coach. I said, man, those guys graduated. I mean, I don't have the same team cup. They don't want to hear that. So we had to play up. We had to play up a little bit.
You
So,
graduated probably 90% of your touchdowns.
Oh,
I
I mean,
if not all of them.
Yeah,
almost.
you had. We talked about it one day. I think Smoke caught one touchdown at Franklin.
Yeah.
Drake
Drayton
scored
kid,
the first game at
Winfield,
Winfield. Zay had two, but one was an interception, the other was a kickoff return.
Yeah.
And I think Chance scored down at Bunky. So other than those 5 touchdowns, they all graduated.
It feels a lot like whenever Reggie Shallowhorn and Dre Hall and Cam Booker left.
That's exactly right.
That's what it feels like offensive wise.
I hope it don't end like the next year.
Yeah.
Speaking of scheduling, do you like how the point system, is that what they call it? Do you like how it is?
Junk.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't mind the PowerPoint. My thing is, I wish they just do away with district.
Yeah.
But the big thing on that district is people like Manny or John Curtis won't nobody play them if they don't have a district schedule. But
that's true.
That's their argument. But I mean, there's other than the one PowerPoint the district champ gets, there's no reason for district. I mean, other than the kids that get first team, second team, put it on their jackets. But as far as PowerPoints go, there's no reason to do it. But yeah, I mean, I kind of like the PowerPoint. You play up. You get points for playing up. It's even better if you can win. It really helped us last year until we got, and I say until we got to the end, because that Sunday when the brackets came out, I actually called the coach from A-Meet because North Caddo jumped me, and I'm trying to figure out how. And one of the guys at LHSA said that they got it cleared with Bo 9 that they forfeited. Well, they didn't forfeit. Ringo canceled on.
Yeah.
Well, the rule was last year, there was no cancellation. If you couldn't play, it was forfeit and the other team won. Well, coach, they both mutually agreed. I said, that's not how it goes. You just can't make up a rule on Sunday.
It's not up to them.
But it felt right. We got a different road to the semi, so I guess good Lord's looking out for us.
What seed were y'all last year? Was it 5?
I think we were 6.
5 or 6?
Because North Caddo jumped both of us.
That's what it was.
Yeah, they jumped.
I remember there being a controversy about that.
They jumped.
I didn't understand
because they divided by 9 and we divided by 10.
Okay.
Yeah, so they jumped both of us.
Well, while we're on that topic, what's your opinion on the select and non-select stuff?
It's crazy. If you go down there in January every year when we had a convention down there, you can see the divide.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell it.
I can imagine.
Yeah, you can see the divide, and they're just always trying to figure out a way to get it back together. I mean, that's just the bottom line.
It's going to get back together.
Well, I
eventually,
mean,
it's a shame that you got so many smart people out there. You can't get this figured out.
Well,
how are we dragging this on for years?
They don't want to figure it out because they want it their way, and their way, I'm talking about the people down south.
Yeah,
they run everything. I mean, it's their way or no way.
Yeah. New Orleans and Baton Rouge.
Yeah, I mean, they calling all the shots. We're not calling the shots up here. So if they can figure out, and it's mostly big 4 and 5A schools, it's not really 1 and 2A. So, I mean, the multiplier thing they had a couple of years ago was pretty good. but it still kind of puts some of the smaller privates in there with some of the bigger ones, and they don't want that.
That's
you
right.
know, so I don't know. I mean, it'll come up again. I think September 7th, they got a big meeting, and I imagine whatever happens then, it's gonna be some lawsuits filed. So
Yeah, I mean, I
it's
miss
not
going.
gonna end.
Yeah,
No,
it's not. And I
gonna
miss
end.
going to the Dome for those state championship weekend
Oh, yeah.
and have those 5 or 6 games. Now
Yeah.
you got all these extra games. They're not all playing at the Dome anymore.
I
I mean, play at Tulane Stadium.
Unless
and-
you're OCS, who finds a way to make sure they
Every
get in a
year.
dome
That's
if they're
right, yeah.
there.
I mean, that's
Fitzhugh's
just-
going to find his
That's
way
right.
and
it's
twist
watered
it
it
and all
down
that
so
junk.
bad.
I mean, hey, there's no experience like a kid going to play
Exactly.
in the
Absolutely.
dome.
I mean, I don't blame them one bit.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
these people that run around talking about the money that they make off of, trust me, they don't need it.
No.
I don't want to call it a name because I'm a head coach. They don't need it.
No.
They don't need
You don't think this will affect Jonesboro's season at all this year,
it.
per se?
I don't think so. Like I said, I think no matter what happens, if we select or non-select, somebody's gonna file a lawsuit. I mean, it may not be us. It's gonna be somebody else. So I think everything will be put on hold till they vote in January. That's just my opinion. But if we end up select, then it is what it is. But
Are y'all select right now, technically based off
we
what
are.
they did?
Yeah, supposedly, but then they said it's us and 2 other parishes that because of the DSEG,
Yeah.
when this stuff
Yeah.
fail,
Yeah.
that we won't be. I've gotten that from a couple of pretty good sources, I think. But until you get the final word from those guys in Baton Rouge, then you just keep saying you select.
And couldn't they wait until like week 10 really to even tell you if you're going to be select or non-select, since it doesn't really affect anything except for playoffs, right?
Yeah, well, I mean,
So they still have a couple more months technically, I guess you
Yeah.
could say.
I mean, because unless you start tanking.
Yeah.
Which I don't see anybody doing it, but I wouldn't doubt it.
Tanking in high school, that's bold.
I
Right
mean,
there.
that'd be ESPN worthy, right?
Hey, they
there.
doing it in the NFL, so who
Yeah.
knows?
So speaking of the new district, we're finally out of that. I hated the Shreveport district.
You wasn't driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, he the one driving the school bus.
Yeah, I wasn't driving North Caddo. That's why I hated it.
No,
So what about the
Vivian.
new one? Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the old home district back when I was in school. So I mean, and it's another thing, like who makes up a district that they can't get that right? I mean, we had to go to
It
Baton.
shouldn't be that hard.
We had to go to Baton Rouge to appeal that.
Yeah.
I'm like, we 22 miles from Winfield. We 35, 40 minutes from Lakeview.
Yeah.
You want to send me 108 miles one way to North Caddo? So I mean,
They're in Texas.
I don't know what genius.
I mean,
That
I
or
think
Arkansas,
back to
I'm
when
not
I
really sure.
played.
Yeah.
When I played, I think Winfield was in our district one time as my
Yeah.
senior year.
I
I
mean, right
think.
down the road.
And
so
you're 20 minutes away. And now the first 2 years, were they 3A? My first 2 years, I think they might have been.
They did get to 3A.
For a little bit.
I think they might have dropped down.
Yeah.
yeah, they may have
But
been.
it was still like when they got to 2A, it makes sense.
Because I remember
know?
them getting to 3A and they were crying because they were.
Oh, yeah,
they
they
couldn't.
couldn't, yeah.
Couldn't
Yeah,
win.
'cause they were one of the biggest schools
Yeah.
for a while. That I think.
And
Man,
Jonesboro's always been one of the smallest.
Always, man.
Every time.
Every year, I'm gonna find out how everybody else is figuring out what that number is.
Y'all were the smallest
we gonna
2A
get there.
school last year, weren't
We
you?
the smallest again this
And made
year.
the freaking semifinals, the smallest school in 2A.
Yeah.
And we were
and-
smallest this year.
Yeah.
And
Five-
would have probably
five people.
won 1A.
Well,
Five
and the
people.
team we lost to moved up to 3A and a meet 3A now.
3A.
Yeah.
Wow.
Me used to be 4A, didn't they?
They've been 3A.
Had they always been? Okay. I knew they were big. I remember when y'all were playing them, I was like,
They were
I didn't even
3A
know a meet was
powerhouse.
2A. Yeah, they were.
They had just dropped down for like this little cycle. Now they went back
Oh,
up.
of course they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Of all
They
time.
had a couple down years and now they're back up.
That's right. Got the
went-
roster back
we won
on
the
it.
championship. Let's go back. up.
That's it. That's right.
So, but yeah, I don't know, but that district, I love that district, man. I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. It's good competition. Like I
Yeah,
said,
very good
It's not
competition.
far. I mean, I think the farthest ride is Manning, hour, 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're good, especially, basketball, softball, baseball, not too far to ride on school night.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think it's a good district just for all sports, honestly.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's very well balanced, I
Yeah.
think.
But speaking of the schedule, coach was telling us earlier, 5 home games, right?
The Lincoln Prep game. If everybody,
Breaking news.
If everybody,
Right.
if everybody looks on their schedule, it's gonna be. It says there, but they called a couple of weeks ago and wanted to switch it out because they won't have their facility ready. So September the 3rd, 4th,
Yeah,
it'll be at
23rd,
home.
23rd.
23rd, we'll be at home against Lincoln Prep. So 5-5.
Now,
But
Lincoln Prep likes some Thursday games. We're not going to do that?
no. No.
Good. I don't like that.
But as Jay won't call it.
Well, Coach, I think you played. You were a member of some of the best teams that have ever played at Jonesboro.
That's an argument now. We're not starting that on this show.
This is Bill's opinion.
My opinion. I watched.
And they have rings to support it.
Yeah. 87 through 90. Well, even I would say 86 through 90.
Oh yeah, no doubt. That's a good team. They were 3A.
Yeah, they were 3A.
That's the only reason.
And lost in the semifinals to John Curtis.
That's right.
And then started that run of 4 trips to the Dome.
Right.
And you were on those teams. And I played with some of the guys, and it was awesome to see that. What was it like? I know you said it's an experience that all kids need to have.
Yeah.
Tell me about that experience when, you as a
16-year-old
going to the Dome.
Yeah. It's pretty fun.
Can you remember?
Not that old, Bill. But it was something, that the A-Meat game brought back memories. We were down there warming up. Coach Durbin and I was standing out there talking as people was coming in, and we was looking. We was like, man, this football atmosphere here. I mean, both sides. But yeah, I mean, just to be that young, kids get a chance to, go down there and you go out there, you warm up. You're in all, you're looking up, you watch yourself on the big screen up there, and you're just on that turf, and you just thinking, man, Saints play here.
That's right.
You start thinking about the different athletes on the team, and then when you get to take pictures, we didn't have all the cell phones back then, so we get the little picture. Everybody's gonna buy this picture because we don't have a cell phone, So you get your picture, and you get to go in the locker room. One year we were there, we was actually in the Saints locker room, so
that's cool.
That was pretty neat, but it was a great experience, man. And then once you go one time, you itching to get back. That's why last year, I got so close, and I didn't go to sleep on that bus coming back because I just knew. I would love for these kids to experience what I experienced to get down there. You just never know if you're going to ever get back again. But, it was a good run, but I would love to see those kids get a chance to just step on that. I used to call it turf, but it ain't like when we were in school. I just call it grass. That's what it feels like now.
Glorified grass,
yeah,
because those years that we went 4 in a row, that was the old turf.
Oh, that right there make you not want to pause. But if they could just get out there, and that'd be something they could talk about the rest of their lives. Yeah.
Was it as cold as they always say it is in there?
It's cold enough.
Yeah, I remember Hicks would always just be like, it's 65 degrees in there.
Yeah,
if you ain't
cold.
playing, you're going to be shivering.
It's cold. I guess they must be something with the Dome. They just got to keep it at a certain temperature. But it's cold now.
And they never full up for state championship games too, so ain't much body heat, I guess.
It's cold, man.
So what can you say made you get into coaching? Is there anything specific?
Leave a job. I graduated.
Okay.
Actually, I did. I graduated. I was subbing, and a coach left, and Coach Barlow was the principal at the time. And it was this month, August. He offered me a job, and I'm like, I'm about to get married, so I did get to work. But I love it. Once you get in it, you just in it, and you think that you still playing. But then once you get old and get in coaching, talk to a lot of people, go through some stuff, your perception change, and you start to change. And then you become a coach, and then you got to listen to all the griping and this and that, and all the other coaches in the stands that think they know more than you. So that's what makes it fun though. But just see, the biggest thing is just see kids when they come through. For example, we were talking in the weight room the other day. Those linemen that we had, those senior linemen, they all came from the middle school up. So we can remember when they first got here and couldn't do this, couldn't do that, couldn't lift this, couldn't lift that. And now you look at them. So then you tell the other young kids, hey, they ain't always been able to lift that or do this or that. I said, just keep working, and you can grow. So
well, I know it's got to be a good feeling too to see these kids going to college and playing ball now. And you're starting to see them develop and grow as not just ball players, but as young men too. Getting to college, getting their degrees, and having their own families. Yeah. That's got to be a cool feeling knowing that you had a part in that with them.
Yeah, but you make me sound old.
Hey, man.
hey, going to college one thing. You said getting married, having kids.
Hey, man. How long you been coaching now. Come on, man.
You were coaching when I was playing.
Hey,
That's what
don't
I'm
tell
saying.
nobody.
I
He
got a
coached me.
14-year-old.
Yeah, but I mean, it feels good, you know. And I was thinking today, coming up the steps from the state, I was thinking about Kelton, you know.
Yeah.
That's probably the best kid I ever coached. And I'm not talking about just athletic wise. I'm just talking about
Gee, thanks a lot, Coach.
Well, as a person.
Yeah.
As a person, you know.
Yeah, Chad.
I mean, I've coached a lot of good kids.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Down here, brother.
But on the field, off the field, I mean,
You can't beat Kelton Moss.
Hey,
You
even
can't do
after you know he's going on, you know, to college and stuff, man. He's and to have talked to him and you know his story, you know, that's you know, he ain't the only one, but he probably one of the best, you know.
I mean,
I don't want to get
he
into
slept
the,
at a lot of times in high school.
I mean, you know, and I think y'all be helping him. He thinks y'all be helping him too. So, but you know, that's what it's about, just helping kids to succeed. And some you can help, some you can't.
That's right.
Yeah.
You hate it like that, but
There's only so much you can do.
well, you turn your
Right.
attention to the
That's
next
right. That's
kid
right.
and just try to save them because you know it's part of the
Somebody's
job.
going to want the help.
That's right.
I've learned that in my very brief coaching
Somebody's
career.
going to accept it. Somebody's
Some
not.
kids want it, some kids don't.
Yeah,
And
so-
you need to focus on the kids that want it. And if the other kids, they turn it around and finally realize, you'd be like, God, I told you so, you know, but you always got to go for the kids that want that attention and want that help for sure.
Well, hey, back to coach's career. I got to know, how long you been coaching?
22 years. This
Dang.
month.
Mm.
This month.
Longer than Clay's been alive.
Yeah. I'm 22 now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
They called it his career.
Yeah.
So,
22.
so maybe you can't answer this question, but I'll ask it anyway. Who's
Who's the
Who
best
is the-
football player to come to
no,
Jonesboro-Hodge?
No, no.
who's the best? But you want to answer that? You want to tell me who the best player is?
Who's the best
Anybody
athlete?
Yeah,
to
the
come to
best
Jonesboro?
athlete that came through Jonesboro-Hodge since
Yeah.
you've been there.
Ever.
Oh, since I've been there?
Yeah.
Well,
Since you've been coaching or
So-
playing?
just since
No, I
I've
said
been
he's
here.
playing. Since you've been
Okay.
playing. Yeah.
Oh, since I've been playing?
Yeah.
No, just say coach. Let's just stop
Okay.
at the coach. Let's stop at the coach.
Why don't we answer both?
It probably was Mosey. Yeah.
Really?
His best athlete at Jonesboro-Hodge. Now, there's another guy when I was at Arcade named Davis Perry, and he was a hell of an athlete. He was all-state basketball, all-state football. There was no split back then.
That's impressive. Yeah, he was legit.
Yeah, there was no split back then. But
That's
yeah, I
legit.
think Mosey, you know, just not just football, just athlete. Because I mean,
Track and field.
He was great at
basketball.
track.
well, I mean,
too.
track last year. I mean, he didn't even come out for track until like second or third meet. He wasn't even doing track.
Yeah.
And he didn't get beaten in 300-meter hurdle till he got to state.
Golly.
Natural.
Yeah, just natural.
Natural
This year, you know, he
athlete.
came back focused. He only played 2 years of football.
Yeah, I was
People
gonna
don't
say,
realize that.
That's what I was about to say.
2 years of football and
He didn't really play football
one and
at
three,
all.
Last
one and
year, I really
3/4
never
years
knew
track.
him.
Yeah,
It reminds me of Trayvon Callahan.
That's right.
And we've always picked with him like, dude, imagine if you'd have been here freshman and sophomore year and you decide to show up our junior year and you walk out to get first team all district.
That's it. And
It's
some
natural.
kids just get this.
And like he won us games that junior year. He took back 2
Kick
kickoffs
return,
against
get
Fairleigh.
somebody at home over there.
Fairleigh.
Fairleigh, okay.
Fairleigh,
And they
first
kept
game of
kicking to
district.
it.
They did. They were stupid.
Well, having him and Jawan on the same team was unfair.
I remember we played Lakeside. Trayvon took back the opening
Yep,
kickoff,
yep.
got called back for a penalty, kicked it off. Jawan gets it. He takes it back.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Special teams, very important.
Oh, yeah.
So what about the teams that you played on
Oh my
during your?
goodness.
Yeah, that's
The best athlete that I
Yeah,
played
some-
up when I played probably was Norman Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
I hear
that's a
that.
safe
I
pick.
think that's
I hear that
the-
from everybody.
That's the
Well,
only.
I didn't
yeah.
say football. You said athlete. man.
I mean, because he was good at basketball as he was.
Oh, yeah,
football.
exactly.
Hey,
no
football
doubt,
was
no
obviously
doubt.
Terrance
Yeah.
Blankenship,
Right.
right?
Yeah, that's
No-
right.
no doubt. Hey, greatest of all time.
Tight end. Back when
Yeah.
Jonesboro had a tight end.
Yeah, well, hey, you know, and the tight end scored at Frank. I mean, they meet. You remember?
Who was it?
11.
Oh, Andrews.
Andrews.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
He scored the second touchdown. So,
I do remember that.
Was
yeah.
Marty Booker after you?
Yeah, he's 94.
94. Okay.
Yeah, I was
Sometime after. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gone by then. So, yeah.
So what about some of the best athletes you've played? I mean, you've coached against. Is there any
You
that
can
stick
answer
out?
this one.
That's easy.
Yeah.
The kid at
Franklin.
Franklin.
Okay.
All right, so take out Franklin.
What?
Best
Where's he
football
going?
player.
Where's he going?
Lafayette, Louisiana Lafayette.
Okay.
Yeah, that dude's
Yeah, he
insane.
finally got him a good
And my
offer.
thing was like this.
What was the reason he wasn't getting off?
Well, I asked the guy after the game, the coach. I said, "Coach,
Was it great?
how y'all hiding him down here?
Yeah.
How we don't know about him up north?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I got back, and like when the season ended, the guy from Nicholls State come through recruiting, and he was like, "Cause we got him on the hook right now. We trying to keep him quiet. You ain't been keep this kid quiet, cause I ain't gonna let you keep him quiet.
No.
Cause this kid was special.
Yes,
special.
he was.
I remember the last play of the
It
game,
was like 20 seconds
right.
left.
and
we
I
were
was like,
scared.
"This ain't good. Like
Who you
this game's
telling?
far from over."
You wasn't on the side.
You saw the people in the stands. You saw the people in the stands. They were ready to storm the freaking field. I'm looking around like, guys, this ain't over.
No, this
The
ain't
same
over,
reason
man.
it wasn't over for Ty Dre and them. It ain't
Yeah.
over because of this
Yeah,
kid.
that kid
Man,
right
what a
there.
drop that was.
He's probably the best athlete I've ever seen.
He's best. I'm telling you, he was scary every time he touched.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He was, man. And we had a plan, just trying to do our best. Just
Yeah,
slow him
make
down.
somebody else beat you. But
Because I mean,
he was
wa-
at somebody else.
Well, we
somehow.
watched him on film, and he was doing the same thing everybody we saw on film. So
Is he going as a quarterback or as an
Nah, I
athlete?
want to
He'll
say he may
probably
be
say
going
DB
DB.
probably.
Yeah, I want to say maybe a DB or running back. He's not going to quarterback, and I knew that.
I kept waiting for one of the coaches to come in off the sideline and
tackling.
take him out a couple times.
Don't give me no idea.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I probably get suspended by 6 games, but we'll win the
We
game.
always joked about that, like with Matt Whitman when he played basketball, and Rico Gathers came up to Jonesboro. We're
remember
like,
that. I was
Matt,
there.
we're like, Matt,
Ooh.
you're not gonna play. Okay, you can take this suspension. You're a senior. Go out there, get in a fight with them, get
Enforce it.
both of you
Yeah.
thrown out. Head can win it for us. And Matt was like, man, I really should. But then he's like, it's baseball season too. He's like, I can't miss baseball season.
Man, I wouldn't want to get in a fight with Rico Gathers.
No, no.
Ooh, man.
I'm just glad he finally tried to play football because you know he could.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
Well, Coach, tell me about who your favorite NFL team is.
Oh, that's easy. San Francisco 49ers.
Oh.
Oh, that's hard to hear.
Hey,
Anyway,
49ers for
Coach.
life, man.
So how long you been a fan of the 49ers?
Oh, man, I've been a fan of 49ers, man. Ever
Your
since
whole
the
life?
White Clock, man. The
The
kids.
catch.
Everson Walls and them, man.
Oh, so that was in what, 80,
That was 80.
84.
82?
We get in the
82.
Bills category now. He likes
Yeah.
this. He likes this talk.
Hey, I was 10 years old.
You don't remember any of the great players they had in the 70s?
no, that was you,
No.
Bill. You were 13 at that time.
I just thought he might have been a fan of O.J. Simpson when he played.
Nah. No.
He doesn't know about that.
We got an OJ counter right there.
This is the 11th now.
Yeah.
This makes 11 straight episodes. He's found a way to bring up OJ.
Yeah, nah, I wasn't a fan then. No.
I didn't know where
You want to know who my
you
you want to know who my least favorite team is? The most hated team?
The
in
New
NFL?
Orleans Saints.
Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, good answer.
Thank
Good
you.
answer.
The
Great
Cowgirls,
answer.
not the Cowboys.
Great
Cowgirls.
answer.
And they're on the screen right now.
The most hated team of all time, any sport.
Oh,
The Dallas Cowgirls.
absolutely.
and
Gosh, I hate them, man.
when we beat them last year in the playoffs, I let the fans know about it. I hope we see
Shout
them
out
again
Andre
this year.
Leonard.
Yeah. I got another question for you, and you can answer this one too.
I'll
It's,
answer.
it's not
I promise
controversial.
I'll answer.
It's not controversial.
You may get me in trouble, but I'm gonna
Oh no,
answer.
it won't. Who is the best team you've coached against in your second tenure at Jonesboro?
The best team. Let me think, 'cause I don't want to leave nobody out, man. That was real good.
I mean, one comes to my mind is West St. John.
They were pretty good.
I think a meat might have been better than them.
I'm not
Uh,
sure.
I don't-
A meat didn't impress
I
me.
didn't
Like
think it was- yeah,
I felt
they
like
didn't-
us and the meat were about the same
Yeah,
level.
West St. John's pretty good.
I felt we could have beat West St. John.
Yeah.
You lab was good.
West St. John was they were so much better than us up front.
Yeah.
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 Well, there wasn't much depth there behind Kelton,
Well,
honestly.
no, I mean, but I mean, we can and honest and truthfully, they could run the ball.
Yeah.
They pounded. They had
Yeah,
that fullback that
yeah.
was about
and
250.
they had a
probably.
little quick back. So
Yeah, that
yeah,
first
they were
half we
pretty
played
good.
with them.
Their quarterback was definitely better than the kid from me.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, ULab was
What year was that with you?
That was
ULab
my
was
junior
13.
year.
12.
And I can brag, that was the last Jonesboro team to make the playoffs before the split. So, we made it legitimate.
Who was on that UI team?
Manny Miles, Tim Williams, Garrett Broomfield, Nick
What's the running back
Brosette.
name?
Nick Brosette is a sophomore.
Hey,
Dylan
Craig
Moses
Thorpe
was on the
was a-
sideline.
Craig Thorpe's
He was a
son.
quarterback?
Craig Thorpe was
Yeah.
a quarterback.
That was my
Manny
clipboard holder for
played.
LSU for about 6
Manny
years,
played
man.
wide receiver.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, you're right. That may have been about the best team.
they were solid, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
They,
yeah.
they
I
were
mean,
they were so good.
There were like 6 guys on that team going to the SEC.
D1. Yeah.
SEC, not just D1.
Yeah, not
SEC.
just D1.
Yeah, one the line was going to Florida. Yeah.
Tim Williams went to Bama. Brumfield went
Yeah,
to
so
LSU.
Yeah, I mean, they were
Brissett was LSU.
Yeah, they were.
Dylan Moses is on freaking ESPN magazine already.
Yeah, 8th grade.
Then
9th
we-
grade.
yeah, then y'all played against him.
Yeah, you got a brother down there now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard he's pretty soft.
Yeah, I'm glad we don't have to
His parents gonna ruin them somehow, just like they did.
Hey,
Billy.
imagine that he got a brother down there. Imagine that.
Yeah.
The rich get richer. Huh?
He'll go to Bama somehow.
And
too,
they wonder
instead
why
of
it's
going
a
to
split.
LSU.
They wonder why it's a split.
Because we got off the bus that day, and we of course lied to ourselves, thought we were gonna win,
Yeah, you know.
And you didn't have a
You
chance.
gotta always go in there for.
I remember watching film, and I was like, "We ain't got a shot. There ain't no shot. We could play our best."
Don't lie. Don't lie. You thought y'all could win.
I
Well,
can't
a
imagine
part
going.
of me, of course,
I can't
wanted
imagine going
that.
to that hospital too. You're right there on LSU's campus.
Oh, it was in the
Like,
backyard.
I mean, yeah, it's,
practice field.
That was their
it's on-
practice
Yeah,
field.
it's right in.
Yeah.
there.
It's right there.
And Les Miles pulled up in his Suburban watching from the
with
sideline.
with state troopers surrounding them, protecting them.
Oh man.
We had some good jambalaya after that game, though. I remember that. He remembers. It was good.
They fed us and left. They didn't even stick around. Y'all just eat all y'all want.
Yeah, we don't worry about y'all anymore.
We go.
Like, thank you.
We'll turn the lights off.
That's right.
And we did score though. It was against like their JV, but
Doesn't matter.
that's honestly probably the kids that were supposed to be at that school.
Their JV
so.
was Dylan Moses.
Yeah.
We sent old White Mike
The
out
kids
there
that
to
actually
kick.
been going to that school
White
for all
Mike
the
goes out there to
years.
kick and shanks it.
So you're an Alabama fan too, and you're sitting in the most
Oh my
purple
gosh.
room right now.
Coach,
Yeah.
I didn't know that, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that hurt.
Tide road, baby.
Whoa.
He thought that might be an Alabama helmet.
I was looking at that, man. What is that? That's got to be Alabama.
No,
Don't
you
say-
picked that junk.
Don't you say
You
Winfield?
picked that jump.
That-
That's
that-
Chance's helmet.
That's my helmet from when I played for
Oh,
you.
he's been looking for that. He's been
Hey.
looking for that at the locker room.
But guess what? That's why you got those numbers on the side.
And
where
that's
it
what
comes
I'm
from.
saying. You made us do
That's
that.
the best thing in the room.
Oh my
Hey, how did Marks
God.
get on there, Coach?
Huh?
How did Marks get on
He
the phone?
dropped on the
Nah, he know better than
He's banging
that.
against the wall a little
Nah,
bit.
this was hey, anytime you got him where he got him, those award wins. Now,
Freaking
you
right
start
there,
looking here and now and there, yeah.
You see that backside is beautiful.
Yeah, he
still.
just scored my helmet up.
Yeah.
Or it look like he
CTE
played.
to me.
Yeah, those some CTE scratches.
Explains a lot.
I told him the other day, like, you're supposed to hit the guy with your hands first. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I always hit with my head first. I don't know why. Probably ain't a
Because it's a
good
weapon.
life
Yeah,
choice.
We
Shoot
did
your
because
hand.
that's how they taught us to.
Yeah.
Well,
That's why we like we are.
Yeah, my kids nowadays that I coach, I tell them, guys, don't hit with your head.
Yeah,
Hit your
Yeah,
hands
Phil, you're the
first.
generation that's ruining football now.
Well, Coach,
Oh,
Well, if you look at the pros, they got all these cushions on
Oh,
their
yeah.
head. So I mean,
When
Hey.
y'all getting some of those?
you're right.
When we get turf,
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Get some helmets. I can't cover them
he
up.
might take this one with him. He might use that.
It's still red. I need.
Hey, people don't know how expensive helmets are,
They're
man.
very expensive.
And
I'm
sp-
telling
you got to
somebody
get them
that today, man.
reconditioned
Oh,
every like
man.
4 years,
Two.
two now.
Some go every year. I do every two.
Crazy.
Golly.
So
And
Coach,
then you don't get them all back.
They sometimes they keep
They
them.
keep some. So then you got to buy them. They go
Yep.
out of date. They got a date on the back.
oh yeah, they expired.
They expire.
So
Mm.
and if it's going to expire, like if you get reconditioned this year, if it's going to go out next year, if they're not coming back to get, they just gonna keep it anyway. Because they ain't coming back and it's going to go out. So you're not going to get it.
Well, hey, I think that's a good segue into the golf tournament that's coming up.
Oh,
man.
my goodness.
Hey, tell them a little about it, Coach. Y'all get y'all's wallet. Help support the Tigers.
Yeah, we got a golf tournament August the 20th at Trails Inn up in Arcadia. So starts at 8:00, and anybody would love to sponsor a hole. It's $100, and if you want to play, it's 2-man team. It's $100 a player. So we're looking for anybody who wants to come out and support the football team. Whether you want to buy a hole or you want to participate or just make a donation, we surely appreciate it. We're looking for have a good time for this first event. Hopefully, see some guys make some good shots.
That's
Maybe
right.
maybe some future PGA or even some live.
Hey, you'll have,
players.
you'll have Pender out there. Coach Pender will do well. I promise.
Well, I talked to him and he told me to get back with him and he would. So
Who's looking like it's gonna win this thing?
Pender gonna find a way to cheat.
Pender gonna cheat. He takes Langston with him. I promise you.
I think the
They
first,
win every time.
I think the first
Jonesboro
thing he do is see everybody's scorecard before they tee off.
I want to get back to this Alabama topic now, Coach, man. I'm not letting this one slide now. If Saban comes to calling for our boy Xavier, you send him on down the road, man. He's going down to Baton Rouge now. We don't need to be.
Hey.
Don't be no.
Listen.
If I see that kid in no Tuscaloosa colors, man, it's over, Coach.
When I was coaching the Jonesboro the first time, Coach Saban came. He said, "Yo, this your time." He came in to recruit the Darius Love. He's a little old short, so he come walking in. He got another coach with him, and he kicked us out of the office and went in and talked to Darius, and he left.
Offered him a car.
So I've been kind of on the Saban bandwagon. I guess you say the first guy started, come up those halls, but yeah, I kind of like.
I mean, that's why he drives a Ram. He has a Dodge truck.
Pender he's telling me the story on how many times. And I think he was at Jonesboro, and Saban came up to recruit. And I don't remember which kid he was recruiting. Matter of fact, when he walked in Pender's office, Pender said, "What are you doing here? I don't have nobody to And then how Pender is. And he said he walked in his office and Pender had a deer head on his wall. And he looked at it and he said, "Hey, Coach, where can I buy one of them like that?" Pender said he looked at him and said, "What do you mean buy?" He said, "My wife wants one for the house. Where can I buy one of them like that?" He said, "Coach, you go kill that. I kill that. You go get it mounted." He didn't have a clue.
He's from Michigan or something like that.
Yeah,
West Virginia.
He ain't got time to sit in deer stand.
I mean, Xavier, one thing about me, I don't. A kid's got to make that decision on
That's
his own.
right.
And I hadn't been down to take Xavier down to LSU yet because I haven't had to. Everybody else is right now wants to ride and see the scenery. So, but when the football season kicked off, we'll definitely get out there and catch a game.
Yeah,
hey, it might be that Alabama game.
I was just about to say it's gonna be the Bama game.
But if not, I was going to watch Ole Miss anyway. I got a cousin that plays with Ole Miss for Lane Kiffin, so I'll be down October 22nd.
Coach,
I won't be going for Ole Miss. I'll be cheering for my cousin, but I won't be. I won't be going for other TV.
What do you wear, like Alabama underwear?
I got. Well, if you can look at my truck, you can ride my truck when you get ready. I got Alabama heads ready. I got Alabama pajamas.
Man,
I got my Alabama throw towel on my sofa. So, I mean, I just kind of like it, man.
Yeah,
it's just good little fun. Jonesboro Winfield.
Yeah, that's gonna look good with Xavier's tackling out players.
But hey, if Nick Saban comes calling, we may have to make our way to tea time.
Hey,
we may make our way. Well, I didn't say sign. We just need to go check the scenery.
Check the scenery out.
See what's going on in Brian
Hey,
Davis.
man, I'll drive y'all. I wouldn't mind checking the scenery out myself.
You just can't wear that hat.
I'm wearing a hat.
You can't wear that hat. You can't wear that hat down there.
Speaking of Xavier at LSU, do you know what they want him as? Safety or linebacker?
I thought when I talked to Coach House when they first offered him that day, he didn't say, but I imagine at his size now would be safety, but he's already up to about 210. He's a junior, so I figured.
How tall is he?
He's about 6'1".
I mean,
he's got time to fill out.
Yeah, so I imagine if they want to, they can do what they want. They can put 10, 20, 30 pounds on him. But I imagine before he leave us, the rate he's going, he'd be 225.
Yeah.
I hope anyway.
Yeah, because I figured they probably want him as a safety as of right
that's
now.
What I figured, but 2 years
especially
left.
how quick he is too.
Yeah.
But LSU's used some smaller, quicker linebackers.
Well, they like those safety linebacker versus guys. So they've had those in the past.
He fits that mold well too.
I think the way that the college game's going, you have to have it.
Oh,
yeah.
But he's definitely 100% LSU commit. That's his dream school. So I'm not telling no other schools not to recruit him, but
they wasting
you
their
just
time.
ignore that Saban call.
I mean,
don't worry about that.
That's his first love, and hey, I wish him well. I'm not wish kid well.
Which I'm not. I do feel like Saban though. He kind of knows. He always goes after the ones that you feel like Dylan Moses. I never felt like he was going to LSU. I always felt like Saban had him. he seems to know which ones to really put his effort
Which
in.
ones like really love Louisiana?
In Louisiana,
Like
that's
so
right.
Darian Mathis from Neville a couple of years
Yes,
ago.
yeah, I never felt good about him either. Some of those, especially some of those Monroe kids, I get nervous on, like Cam Robinson. I never felt good with him.
Yeah.
And I think he knows which ones, because the ones that love Louisiana, man, he was here. He knows how it is.
He knows how it is.
Yeah, so he's not gonna waste his time, and Xavier's gonna show him that.
Now, if Brian Kelly leaves, anything could happen.
Shoot, Kelly ain't going nowhere.
If he leaves in the span of 3 years, we had some issues.
got
And,
some
I don't want
issues.
Xavier going to LSU.
We got more issues than I thought. Yeah.
Bill, you got another question? You said.
Yeah. I know we talked about the Franklin game from this year, and probably these guys, that's probably the best high school game they ever witnessed. It was a good game. But you're part of one that is on my all-time list.
I don't remember that.
I'm talking about bunking,
I know
Coach.
it. I know it.
Let these guys know about what the feeling was at that game.
Hey, we went down there this past year to play. I got a cousin. She married a guy from there, so I had to hear it for the longest about returning back to the Panthers. The stadium that he built. His name is Fred Holtz. Fred Holtz built this stadium. So when we finally got him on schedule, I said, I'm coming to the house that Fred Holtz built. So by the end time, I went over there. I said, hey, he said, man, just take it easy on us, man. I said, You said, this is how you build. I'm going to see what it's made out of. But I asked him about that old coach back then. Yeah. And he was actually there. He sits in the truck in the end zone, man, and watches every game. So, because rumor had it after that happened that they let him go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But that was a game. That was semifinal game. We were down there, and it was like a tale of two halves. First half, we pretty much in control. They just wishbone team. So that second half, they come out. Oh yeah, I mean, and we pretty decent. We pretty good up front. At least I thought.
Yeah, that's what I've always heard from.
But they come out that second half, man, and there was nothing we could do to stop. There was nothing. So I think it was tied. If they just, I don't even know if it's 20 seconds left.
But we had just kicked the field goal.
Yeah, Trey Callahan kicked like a 30-something yard field goal.
He hadn't kicked one all year.
So that tied it up, and they get the ball. They just kneel down and go to, overtime. We hadn't stopped in the second half, running that wishbone. But quarterback drops back, tries to throw something. He throws to Paul Hoskins. But Paul Hoskins is running to where the receiver is to make a hit. Ball hit him dead in the chest, but he ain't looking. So I was like, oh, shoot, that's our chance. But he going to take a knee. Drops back again. Tries to throw a little hitch right out there to the receiver. Brandon Bradley picks it off right in his own time, runs off the clock.
Oh, wow. So that's why they got rid of coach.
That's how we end up in the championship. To play
Is that
Manny.
y'all played Manny?
That's it.
Yeah.
See, the
And
guy I used to coach
beat
for
Manny
was
that
on
year.
that Manny team.
They beat Manny
He
earlier that
said
year.
that they would have won the state championship if they would have knelt the ball in that semifinals games against y'all.
That's right. We had to stop them all night.
He was like, if we would have never had him play Jonesboro-Hodge.
They wouldn't going to beat Bucky.
That's just what he thought.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah.
They wasn't going to beat Bucky. Nah.
So y'all got any more questions? Anything else y'all can think of? Well, before we go, we do a Dirty Five segment where we give some top fives, and we're going to do, since you're a head coach, top 5 head coaches. It can be college, NFL, whatever you want to do.
College?
Whatever you want to do, it's you.
Why'd you just open it up for Nick Saban?
No,
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I'll skip college. We'll go to the pros. I'll let y'all pick college. But the first one has got to be, we have to go back. We get caught up in this day and age, what's happening right now, what we see, and we forget how the game got started. So you got to give it to Vince Lombardi. That's who the trophy is named after.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, how did he get his name? Just he bought the trophy? So he'll be one. And then number 2, I'm going to go with George Hallis because that's who the NFC trophy is named after.
That's true. That's true.
All right? Yeah. Now, number 3, let's be a little biased on this because I really should put him with
Kyle Shanahan.
No. No.
Probably going to go.
I'm gonna have to go
Jim Thompson.
Well, I'm gonna have to go with Bill Belichick.
Yeah,
he's a modern guy, but I mean, he's done a lot with less talent. He's never been the one to buy into this free agency, sign all these kids, dream team stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So then the 4th guy definitely is gonna be Chuck Norris from the Steelers. Yeah. And then my fifth guy is my boy, Bill Walsh.
Bill Walsh.
He started the West Coast offense for a Super Bowl.
I thought Bill Walsh was gonna be higher.
Well, I started putting Bill.
That's why I said West Coast offense.
But you know, the Steelers, I always say that's one of the greatest defenses of all time. So
Steel curtain.
Yeah, I just love, I'm not a Pittsburgh fan, but I really respect them though. Yeah. I would not put a Cowboy on that list.
So did that automatically disqualify Bill Parcells because he
automatically? If you associate with the Cowboys, you off the list. You off the list.
So when Prime went over there,
I would cheer for LSU, but I cheer for the Cowboys.
Hey, you acting like that's a bad thing.
I would put on the LSU uniform before I cheer for the Cowboys. That's fact.
Sounds like we need to make a friendly wager about an LSU jersey and a Bama jersey.
Hey, you want to do it?
Between those two,
you want to do it? You want to bet on the game?
I think I need to take a Xavier down the trip. I mean,
you want to bet on the game?
Well, not this year. Give us a couple years. Let's build up.
Let
first.
Xavier get down there.
That's right.
Yeah, but those facilities, LSU had they off the chain.
It's unreal.
I mean, if you're a kid and see that, I mean,
It's hard.
If you don't go there, you crazy.
Yeah, and you're from, yeah, it's unreal.
I mean,
That's until Saban comes in with the Charger, right?
The Dodge Charger. That's right.
Well,
That's all he's all about.
Everybody got the NIL deals now, so
you like all that?
I do. But I think they need to try to get a cap on some kind.
Yeah, they got to do.
I mean, they got to put a salary cap on this. I mean, I don't know how to tell them to do it, but
and then it's not. They're not using it for what it was. Name, image, and likeness is not what it's used.
I mean, there's no more student athlete.
Nope. No,
it's just athlete now.
That's exactly right.
So you can't get mad at kids because I mean,
universities
making.
I'd take it in a heartbeat.
Oh man, you gonna give me a charge and
conferences making a lot of money. Universities making a killing.
Forget the university; they get in trouble for giving me money. I'm gonna take it if they give it to me.
Well, here's the thing:
it's legal. Now.
If you have a kid that's a tennis player at 14, he or she could usually with girls that's younger. I mean, at 14, she could go out and make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Starting on Jennifer Capriati was one. But with a
You go
kid
to
that's
college,
playing football or basketball,
you don't get anything.
You got to wait. You got to wait. You
Well-
can't get your money till you're 21, 22, 23.
Well, now I mean, the NIL is creeping into high school
Yeah,
sports. I mean, they're about to vote on that here soon.
Tell them come see me.
Yeah.
We're one of the lowest paid parishes.
You're not lower than mine.
Hey, after they see me, I send them to you.
Yeah.
167
Yeah,
South.
you gotta see me first.
Thomas Mills Drive.
Gotta come see me first. So yeah, it's gonna get interesting when it hit high school.
It's gonna get really interesting in high school.
You talk about some select, non-select.
It's about to get. Yeah, that's right. And what I'm afraid is these kids might never go to college. They're gonna get some of this money, and the I guess the fight of them wanting to get to that next level to get the money, they're gonna have the money right in front of them. You know, is it going to be? It's going to change things up. It's going to be harder for you.
I don't think that'll be a problem. You still need a platform to perform on.
Yeah, but you talking about some of these kids that are coming from nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you give a kid 10th grade,
exactly,
$40,000.
What? Yeah, I mean,
Like we coming to class.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be in class at the football.
Yeah,
season.
I don't think coach is going to be coaching them in the coming up season. I mean, that's
He's gonna be homeschooled.
That's right. That's what you homeschool.
The visual learning.
Visual.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Yeah.
Well, I think this was great. I had a fun time doing this.
Appreciate it, Coach. We enjoyed this,
I'm
man.
glad to be here, man. Hope we come back. Hopefully everybody can check these guys out at the homecoming tailgate October 28th.
They gotta be there before then. Yeah. They gotta be there week 1.
Hey, whenever you see these guys at the guys from the Dirty Boot, stop by and holler at them.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Well, we'll see y'all later.
Go Tigers.
Good luck.
Go Tigers.
Who dat?
So that was a heck of an interview with Coach Blankenship, head coach of Jonesboro-Hodge Tigers. I don't know about y'all, but that got me fired up for some freaking Friday nights.
Amen.
Yep. It was an honor to have my former head coach from high school on here. It's kind of surreal, that we've kind of made us a name for ourselves now, and I'm interviewing a guy that had an impact on my life. It's crazy. He's part of the reason I wanted to get into coaching now, and getting to sit here and talk to him about coaching and reflecting on the past. It was
Especially
a fun
now
time.
that y'all have the same profession.
Yeah,
You know, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was an awesome moment. Can't thank him enough for that.
So now we're going to jump into our Dirty Five this week, which we're going or for this podcast anyways, we're going with the head coach theme. We're going to do the top 5 current NFL head coaches. So who wants to start? You want to start with Railey's list?
Yeah, let's start with Railey's.
Yeah, I lost it, but I think I remember it. So
Ray had to slip away. So
yeah.
If not, I guarantee you he'll be like, "Yeah, I like that." I like that anyway.
I remember his first 4, but I don't know number 5. So for number 5, we're gonna give him Dan Campbell.
He looks like a Dan Campbell kind of guy, doesn't he?
No, we'll give him Sean McVay because he did not have that in the top 4, and he just won a Super Bowl. So we'll go McVay at 5. LaFleur at 4. Is his first name Matt?
Matt.
Yes. Okay, yeah, for the Packers. 3 was Mike Tomlin, who I think he had beside it second favorite. And then 2 was Andy Reid, who he had as favorite. And then 1 was Bill Belichick, who he had as respect.
That sounds like Ray's list.
So he likes Andy's vibe.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And everyone had their bullet point besides LaFleur. LaFleur was just his name. Number 5 had something beside it. I don't remember what.
Y'all know who Andy Reid reminds me of, and I may be strange, but did y'all ever play Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
You know the bad guy.
Yeah, Jim Carrey in the movies.
Yeah, but like the one on the video game.
Yeah, it looks a lot like
that's what he looks like to me.
Goatee and all.
Yeah. Well, it's the red stash. Yeah.
Well, one of y'all go because I'm making my list as we speak. So.
I'll go. Start off at number 5. I have Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Hard not to respect what he does year in and year out with just a change. Like, not a lot of talent sometimes, it feels like. Like, I mean, Big Ben sucked last year and they still won a bunch of games.
Know, sometimes when I look at Tomlin and I look at his record over the years and I think of what he hasn't achieved.
Is he one that, like, has he never had a negative record or something?
Yes,
right.
that's
He's
just
never
right.
had a losing record in his career.
But, dude, I kind of wonder over the last, 6-7 years, was he handicapped a little with Big Ben?
He absolutely was.
Absolutely.
Was Sean Payton
Had
handicapped
to.
with Drew Brees?
For a year and a half.
Yes. Yeah.
But Drew, I think, could do a little more than Big Ben.
Drew was better than Big Ben.
Yeah.
I mean,
without a doubt.
Drew aged better.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
But still was not very
Big
good.
Ben didn't care about his body.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
no,
he
no,
never
no,
did,
no,
so-
Big Ben was also hurt every year somehow.
Yeah.
At least he stopped touching women.
Amen.
And
Amen.
driving motorcycles. So that's a good thing. Number 4, I got Sean McDermott from the Buffalo Bills.
Imagine that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's he coach,
He has turned around that franchise.
He
You had to give his prop.
He almost made my list. Think
I-
what
he-
Buffalo was before he was.
What was that defensive play he called at the end of that division game?
I mean, if you want
It's about the
defensive
division game that he did not get to give his quarterback the ball in
Last
the
chance,
playoffs.
yeah.
I mean,
He told his
overtime.
defense, get all the way back. Let Tyreek Hill catch a slant.
He's not a defensive guy. He's an offensive guy, and the
Is he?
offense does not lie.
I mean, this is why he's at 4 and not.
Yeah, this
yeah.
is the only reason why, like you say, he's not above that for sure. So I'm eager for this year to see kind of what they
Did Bill
look
send
like.
a list in?
No, Bill did
I
not
would love
send
to
a
hear
list.
his.
Text him and see.
I can't believe Bill didn't give us a list.
Bill's list would be from
Bill
the 70s.
Bill was
I know,
rushing
but
out
I
though.
mean, I feel like that
We
needs
should have
to
let
happen.
him go with blank.
And how about the OJ shout
Yeah.
out on the 11th?
I knew it was
Great.
coming when he said 70 San Francisco.
Yeah.
I was like, here we go.
Yeah, here it is. But I'm ready to see how the offense looks this year for the Bills without Dable. I'm thinking there's gonna be a small step back, but I don't
What do
think
you
it's
mean
gonna be
it's going to
drastic.
be the Josh Allen show?
Yeah, but Dable had a lot to do with that. Dable was the offensive mind, the offensive guy there, and I'm eager to see
It's
how
going to be
McDermott
he's
leads it now.
White fellow Cam Newton.
Well, absolutely,
No, Earl, you said
with accuracy.
Sean McDermott's a defensive guy, right?
I don't even know. Where'd he come
He
from?
was a DC coordinator before he went to
Was he?
Buffalo.
Was he?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. I thought he was more of an offensive guy.
Let me look.
Where was
No, I
he
think
at?
was-
Leslie Frazier's their defensive
Something's
coordinator.
telling me he came from Philadelphia, but I might be wrong on that.
I think that was Indianapolis.
I keep
Right.
thinking Seattle, but I know I'm really just thinking of Dan
Yeah.
Quinn
Yeah.
because they're both bald and
Okay, so
short
he
fellas.
was DC at Philly for a year, and then he was at Carolina's DC for 5 years, and then you got the Buffalo job.
So he really is a defensive guy.
I thought he was, because the reason I say that is
And we sliced him and diced him over.
well,
there.
when Josh Allen went there, I was like, man, I like Allen. Going to a coach that's a defensive-minded guy usually doesn't end well. So, but I mean, he's obviously he opens
Here's
it
the
up and he
deal.
doesn't care.
If you're going to play in Buffalo, though, you better have a rocket arm.
Yeah, for sure.
Got to.
Number 3, Super Bowl champion Sean McVay.
No.
I think he's by far top 3 coach in the league right now, and
Feels like a young Sean Payton, doesn't he?
a little bit. I just
Carries
don't.
himself like Peyton.
I don't know how much longer he's going to be in the game, though. That's all it is. I think he's going in the next.
Can't believe
3
he
or
got
4
married.
years.
I don't think he leaves Stafford though. I think when Stafford's gone, he'll go. I don't think he's going to leave Stafford unless.
I don't think he's going to want to be a part of a rebuild.
That would be
or
that would be the Barry
redeveloping.
Sanders, career of head coaches. Though.
Yeah.
I don't know how much. I mean, they got a couple years with this roster though. Now after that,
I don't know. I mean, I think they got
I think
2 or
it's
3.
Yeah, I think a couple more maybe.
So I think a couple more years. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
because F them picks is going to catch up with him. Pretty soon.
Yes.
Well, that's right because they're not going to be able to keep trading.
Does he go home or does he go to?
He goes to Monday Night Football.
Amazon Prime or
Apple, whoever's doing it.
Well,
he don't go to another team.
He'll go. He'll go to ESPN.
He don't go to another team that's a year away or something. New Orleans might be looking for a coach.
I just don't know if he wants the grind.
The fact that there were rumors about him stepping
Already?
away after
That's right.
Well, he
4
got
years,
married.
really,
He got married. You know what happens when you get married?
Mm-hmm.
You stop hanging
No,
out
I
with
don't.
your boys.
Yeah, he stopped. Yeah, Clay
Well,
don't.
I'm telling you, Clay, youngin, don't. No, I'm not saying don't do it.
Yeah, you can't say that. Heather is listening.
I've still got the ring.
Is the
boy.
secret
Something to get off your chest.
I hope Heather doesn't listen.
Honey, I did not say a word about not getting married. I promise. Number 2, Andy Reid. I think the top 2 are pretty much solidified in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
My favorite.
And I love him. I really
His
do.
deserved one, probably not. He's my favorite.
I love the fact that he won him a Super Bowl finally too. That made me happy, because he deserved it, and he's an all-time great to me. And then number 1, Bill Belichick. He'll be the best coach in football till the day he retires. So that's my list.
He's probably the greatest ever.
That's what I think.
I think he is too. I do too, but you can't say that yet. I don't think. I think he has to retire first before you can say that.
I think he has to do it without Brady.
I don't think he's ever going to win it all without Brady.
You don't think?
And I don't think that.
I think he can. Why
I think he
not?
can.
I think he needs to stay away from some of the personnel moves that he does.
Is he going to be around long enough for that to happen?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because with their
man.
roster
He
right
loves
now, it's going to take a
football.
while.
No, with
He needs to let somebody else build
with
that
that
roster.
So with that roster, it's never going to get better if he's drafted.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, he gets for the longest he was known for his guru. Now he's terrible at drafting.
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, and that's what's
Because
Brady
he still
covered
believes
that
in
up
himself.
so
I
long.
think.
Oh,
I think he
absolutely.
still believes in his eyes more than anything else.
And his division is not what it was for 15
Sometimes
years.
I do think coaches get in their own way a little bit when it
Oh.
comes to draft. I mean, I've thought that with the Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Peyton.
You
And
have success
been
doing
one of my
something
biggest
before.
beefs, yeah.
You have success, then you're like, oh, I can repeat that success.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
right.
And I think Josh, what's his last name? McDaniels.
Yeah.
I think him leaving shows that Bill's not done yet. He's got a few more years in it because everybody's always known that was the head
Josh
coach
was
in
gonna be
waiting.
his job.
That's always going to be the head coach in waiting. That's
I mean,
why
he
he
might
went.
have
then
another
left.
guy in Mac Jones.
Yeah, I don't think he's done yet.
Am I wrong for saying I think McDaniels took the better job?
Oh, Raiders is absolutely a better job.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it's
He
always
knows
been
he's got a quarterback for another. I don't know.
Because
7-8
yeah,
years.
Mac is.
But it's just always been he's going to be the next leader of the Patriots.
Mac
I
is
know.
solid, but is Mac is he a Super Bowl guy?
But does McDaniels leave his tell you about Mac?
Yeah, I mean he had a year. He had a year with him.
I mean,
I mean, year one, like projection, maybe. I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. I think what you saw year one from Mac, I don't know how much better he could get. He just
they
seems
didn't-
like a good floor guy, but I don't think he's a
They
ceiling
didn't turn
guy.
him loose though.
Will they ever? I don't know.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
I don't see it as long as Bill's there.
I think he's a good floor guy he'll keep you around the 8, 9, 10
I mean, did they ever
range.
let Tom? Did they ever let him loose?
why do you think Tom wanted to leave?
Exactly, they never let Tom loose.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the Patriot way until Belichick's
Well,
gone.
I just mean down the field.
Yeah.
Wise.
And they're just overall just not as talented. And that division,
that's the problem.
Within 2 years, they might be the worst team in that
That's
division.
the problem. Well, I don't know if they. Well,
if Zach Wilson if Zach Wilson's good, Patriots are the worst team in that division probably.
He's got that dog in him.
That's hard.
I mean, we'll talk about it later in our next episode.
That's right. Yeah, let's move on. I'll go with mine.
Yeah.
Y'all know me. I got to bring stats to the party. So, number 5, Mike Tomlin. Overall record 154, 85 and 2. That's a 643 winning percentage in the NFL. That's dang good. It's right there with what Sean Payton's was. He is 8-9 in the playoffs and 1-1 in Super Bowls. He's been Mr. Consistent over the years. We just talked about the fact that he's, never had a losing season with the Steelers.
Never.
That's freaking amazing. I'm interested to see what he can do with somebody not named Big Ben. I know Big Ben in his prime was
he's got Mitch now.
Second tier quarterback. Yeah, Mitch Trubisky. I don't know, but I'd like to see a little changing of the guard over there and see how he does. How old is Mike Tomlin? He feels young though.
He's
been doing it a while.
He's 52 because all those rumors with him taking the LSU job.
So he's still pretty young.
I actually looked that up too because I was like, man, how old is Mike Tomlin?
When was that?
Y'all don't remember that?
No.
Bro.
That would have been glorious.
No. When O got fired,
there was Tomlin news?
It was everywhere.
Whoa.
Every show you turned on ESPN, Fox Sports, it was all Mike Tomlin. He actually had to come on a show and say, I'm not taking the LSU job. I'm not going there.
He's the face of the franchise.
Tomlin's 50.
And he has been for a little while, I think.
Mike Tomlin's 50 years old.
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah.
He's young.
Well, he feels old because he took the job so young.
That's right.
I mean, it was kind of a.
He's been there since what?
He's got
5.
He's 15 years, I think.
Was he there when they won that Super Bowl?
He's been there for 2 of them, but
he's got 140 games under his belt.
He wasn't there for the 05, 06 one, whatever. Oh yeah.
He retired. Cowher retired that year, and so it was after that year.
Well, the Steelers, they lost to the Packers, right? And then they beat the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Ben's heyday.
Yeah.
Most consecutive non-losing seasons to begin coaching career, 15. Mike Tomlin.
So he's been a coach.
07 or 06?
Then,
07.
07.
Or I guess
I think that's a pick you can't go wrong with.
07 to now.
Yeah.
So he was a head coach at 35.
Yeah. I remember they hired him.
God, I've underachieved in my life.
It was a question when they hired him. I remember when they hired him, they were like, I'm not sure if he's gonna be a good fit. I don't know if he's gonna fit the Pittsburgh way, yada yada. Man, he's been a stable and Pittsburgh, man. I mean, you got to give it to them too. If they get a coach, they stick with them. Yeah. I mean, they give them.
They ain't had many.
No.
Chuck Noll.
Yeah, they've had like 5.
Then they had what's his name, Cowher, and then Tomlin.
Yes, that's been the last 3, and since in the last, at least since what, in the
70s.
Yeah.
So he definitely wasn't coming to LSU.
No. But I'm telling you, it was rumors, all kind of galore going on, which always happens during that season when a Big Ten college program.
It's fun. Maybe we can start a rumor next year.
That's right. Absolutely. Maybe we can get something going on that.
So that was your number 5?
Yeah, number 5. So number 4, I think Clay will like this pick. I'm going to go with John Harbaugh. Overall record 137 and 88. That's a 609 winning percentage. 11 and 8 in the playoffs.
11 and 8?
11 and 8 in the playoffs and 1 and 0 in Super Bowls. So he's a winner in the playoffs and he's a winner in the Super Bowl when it counts.
And didn't he start as a special teams coach? Wasn't that the story for him?
That's correct. He was a special teams coach and then he went to got the head coach job.
Second fiddle to his brother Jim, who's a better ball player, for sure.
Yeah, but he's the better coach.
Yeah, definitely, no doubt. Hey, brother, lay the hammer down, son. Hey, have at it. We had taco night on the pod, so it's good. Bill made some excellent salsa.
Who mentioned getting a microwave up here?
I don't know, but we need one for sure. Right up there on that table.
I mean, we need a microwave now.
We offered Coach Blank some tacos. He just took some body armors. and but it's all good. So John Harbaugh. I figured Clay would say a little more about John.
Well, he's on my list.
He's on his list.
Oh, I'm sure he's probably number 2 on Clay's list.
Oh no, not I'm not.
Okay.
Clay might tell you
crazy.
that Lamar is
3?
carrying him.
No,
Yeah, wow, he barely made the cut.
he'll go 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, barely made the cut.
I think he might
So,
go 3. I don't know. We'll see.
People might not agree with this, but at 3 currently, I have Andy Reid.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why. So Andy Reid,
Must be a big Dennis Allen guy.
233, 135 and 1, 633 winning percentage. That's pretty dang good with that many games on your belt. Overall in the playoffs, 19 and 16, which is very respectable. But in Super Bowls, he's 1 and 2. So that's not his fault, but
can I argue he made it there 3 times?
he did make it there 3 times, which is only one more time than the next guy on my list.
Okay.
So 1 and 2. That's kind of why I bumped him a little bit. I like Andy Reid, but I've never been a.
I can hear him in his interviews. He interviews
I like
well.
him.
I like him as a
he
person.
seems likable. Yeah,
he's
not.
He's not one that I'm gonna be like.
had
I
some
want
family
him
trauma.
I want him as my coach. Like he doesn't really ever feel like that to me.
Yeah, I forgot about this stuff with his son.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
But
I mean, he's a undeniable great coach, but I think there's. Now, he's going to be higher on my list than some people that I think I would rather have right now.
Number 1 on most people's list for 2022.
And
I think that's just because they expect the Chiefs to do so much more than the Patriots.
And players seem to love him too, man.
Yeah. He's a player's coach.
Yeah. And he's sharp, man. Like you look at him and you're thinking he wouldn't have 2022 offense wouldn't be his thing, but man, he just
he adapted.
Year, he adapts to every year.
I mean, it helps when you have Patrick Mahomes. The second,
Hey, he went there and won with Alex Smith.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's true. That's true.
He's won with not top tier quarterbacks.
When did he go there?
The year after he set out a year.
When
after
did he leave from Philly?
No, I'm sorry.
I feel like he was going for Philly longer ago.
He won with
McNabb and Kevin Kolb.
Brian Westbrook, Terrell Owens,
Shady
Yeah, I mean
Kevin Kolb though. Man, he was solid.
Who was his last Super Bowl with the
Eagles? Was Reed?
He lost
with McNabb. Okay.
So Reed wasn't there
when he broke his leg and
kept playing.
Caught 200 balls.
All right, Wentz was the number 2 pick in 17. Reed wasn't there then, right? Or was that the year that Reed left?
Reed got fired. Well,
when did Peterson come in?
Peterson came in
Wentz's rookie year.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a.
Was there anyone between them?
Yeah, between Reed and Peterson.
Yeah.
They were, wasn't there? Reed.
I don't know.
In my mind, I'm thinking
that's only 2 coaches.
I feel like Reed left in like 13.
10 years ago, 12.
Okay, so how long has he been in Kansas City?
2013.
Holy crap!
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that.
He set out 1 year.
I didn't know he's been there that long.
Yeah.
And he still held it pretty solid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Matt Castle wasn't terrible.
So that Andrew Luck comeback, was it his rookie year in the playoffs?
He also went to Kansas City when Peyton Manning was over there.
Yeah, remember the Andrew Luck playoff comeback? I think it was his rookie year, it was his second year, where they were down like 35 to something against the Chiefs, and then they came back.
That would have been his team, huh?
It must have been.
Well, I don't know. Luck came in
12. Yeah, and it was either 12 or 13 when Luck had that.
Right after the.
It was 2012.
He was there right after the 11 LSU team.
It was 2012. Yeah.
So Reed's my number 3. Number 2 is I think.
Y'all forgot. Pat Shermer was Andy Reid's protege after he got. He was there for a year
in Philly.
Yeah, for 1 year.
Really?
And then Peterson came after that.
I don't remember that.
Peterson was over there longer than I thought.
Andy Reid's been in Kansas City for 10 years. I thought he got there in like 15. Because I was thinking he left Philly in like 12.
Guys, no, it just dawned on me. Think he went to Philly. You're gonna hate yourself. No, you're gonna hate yourself when you forget this.
A coach?
Yeah, it was a big ordeal. Couldn't believe he left it. It was gonna be the next greatest thing. ever to coach.
Was it a college guy?
Yeah.
Oh, Brian
Chip.
Kelly.
Chip.
Chip.
Oh,
That's right. He bridged that gap.
That's
Yep.
right.
Oh, yeah.
It was Chip. Then it was Pat Shermer.
Okay.
for the year after
Okay.
Chip.
So they got rid of Reed for Chip.
That's right.
Okay. Kind of
Remember?
take that next step.
Take that next because the
Okay.
offense was wanted the new. Yeah.
Okay.
Louisiana has,
Yeah.
well, I guess he didn't come from Louisiana, but I was just thinking the Louisiana connection with Philly, with Chip Kelly, and then
That whole
Doug
the whole
Peterson.
Doug Peterson story was insane to me.
Yeah.
Like the dude was at like Calvary Baptist, and
That's
then-
right.
I watched him coach it up at the Bayou Jam.
He wasn't even the head coach at Calvary. He was
No.
the OC.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then he went to. Did he jump to Philly immediately from there?
yes. No, he
No way. There ain't no way he went from Calvary Baptist.
I almost
Exposure.
Hold on.
No, he
to
did.
Philadelphia.
No, he did.
because he didn't go to like
He did,
UOM
but
or
he
nothing.
didn't-
Like he
He went to the NFL, but I don't think he was head coach.
no, he was on the
That's
he was
more
on,
believable.
Was he
than
OC?
he was on the Eagles staff though from Calvary Baptist.
Yeah, I think
qualities
so.
control coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How the crap?
That's more believable. He
But
was
how-
I
fine.
mean, when you're a backup quarterback in the league for years,
Yeah.
I think he was
A
coaching.
name.
I
He
think
was only there
coaching-
a year when he was that qualities control coach.
I think
though.
he was coaching Calvary for craps.
Then he
and
went to
giggles.
QB coach.
Oh, he was the head coach.
He got
at
there
Calvary.
in 09, then went 2016. He was the head coach. So
Yeah.
That's crazy.
there
That
was a
jump.
delay there at least.
Yeah, I mean, I knew there was a delay, but still,
I
he
didn't
didn't
realize
go
he
to
was-
college.
I didn't realize he was the head coach at Calvary. I thought he was just the OC. He was.
Oh, okay.
He was the head coach
Well,
on 508.
yeah, I mean, when
Calvary,
but
and that was in what 08.
When
Calvary
you're-
wasn't even nothing back then.
a lot of
they
a
weren't
lot of
Calvary.
NFL coaches though, they're just in the NFL organization.
Their
and-
name's just there.
I mean, McVay was a freaking towel boy basically,
Yeah.
Yep.
equipment guy.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
that Washington team that had like 20 NFL head coaches on their roster.
Yeah,
McVay was there, Shanahan.
LaFleur.
Who?
LaFleur.
Yeah.
Jay Gruden was the head coach.
Oh, it's all coming together now.
God, he's the worst. That
That's
whole
that's the
bunch.
joke. Like
Yeah.
you had all these guys, and the head coach was the worst out of all of them.
I'm
I think there's
sorry.
another one there,
I'm
too.
sorry. I read it wrong.
McDaniels.
I
That's
forg-
in Miami now.
I forgot Peterson was the OC at Kansas City with Reed
I forgot that too.
Okay.
before he took the Philly job.
So that got him that.
So he
job.
jumped
got him
from
that
from
job.
Calvary Baptist.
He went to Calvary to the offensive controls at Philly for a year, and then he was the quarterbacks coach of Philly for the next year, and then he went with Reed to Kansas City. Was the OC there for 13 to 15. And then
Oh,
took the
okay,
job.
okay.
And it's probably why, what's his name? Andy Reid's OC right now. I just went blank on his name. Eric Bieniemy is probably what makes the feathers get ruffled because
I wonder.
He's still.
I
Why has he
wonder
not
why-
had that try? That's insane.
I wonder
to me.
why he didn't come on over. I wonder, because there was rumor he was going to come to the Saints.
Bieniemy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder
why like he
and
just.
it was a long
I just think the
interview
holdup
too.
though is always the fact that people are going to question whether or not who's calling plays.
He ain't calling plays.
Is it Andy Reid or is
It's
it Eric
Andy.
Bieniemy? I think it is too. I think that's what's always
it's
been the
just.
holdup.
It's always weird to me with like how much Mahomes and so many of the other guys vouch for him.
yeah.
Like if they knew that it was all Andy, they wouldn't be just out here saying hire this guy.
I was a little, which look, he might not be a college guy. I was a little concerned when he didn't take the Colorado job and it was basically in his lap if he wanted it. Like I feel
Well,
like
I think
he
there were a
needed-
lot of bad memories there, bad juju.
Yeah,
back when
because he had
was
some
in
bad
school.
reports from back
Because
then.
like that's also what everybody always talks about whenever you don't get these jobs. They're like, well, remember back
Off
in
the
college
field.
when he did this, this, and this.
Well,
like,
he did-
was
In
18.
college and NFL don't necessarily
Exactly, he's
translate
18. You know, but
he don't have a lot of history, and I think he would have probably done some good though if he would have left Reed's wing for a little bit.
Yeah.
and showed some success.
It's just insane. Like the offense in the NFL for the past 4 years
It's been Kansas City.
I mean,
Yeah.
what is he making as offensive coordinator though? Like probably $750,000.
Yeah, probably.
So
Maybe
I
more
mean,
than
like,
that.
he's
I'm
chilling.
sure he's the highest paid coordinator.
Well, and he's,
think?
I want to say he is.
I think
So
that's.
he's
I've
he's
heard
up in
some-
millions.
I
I've
think
heard
when
somebody
he
say
turned
that
down
about
Colorado
somebody.
job. I think he got a raise.
I've
wouldn't say
heard
now that you say
so
that.
and so is the highest paid coordinator in football before.
There's got to
And he
be.
doesn't even call the plays.
I know it's weird.
There's got
So-
to be a DC somewhere that's getting paid.
Moving on to my number 2 pick, and I tried doing this way earlier, but we went down a Andy Reid.
We went
hole.
down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what we do. Because this is what we would do anyways if we were just talking. So
it's what y'all did for an hour after we got done with Coach Blankenship.
That's right. That's right. So number 2 is Sean McVay. Much shorter history than anybody else on the list. But he's 55-26. That's a winning percentage of .679. Here he's 7-3 in the playoffs, and he's 1-1 in Super Bowls. What he's managed to do.
I don't think his team went to that first Super Bowl. That was awful. That was one of my least favorite Super Bowls ever.
Really?
That sucked. What was it, 10-3?
Yeah.
That game was awful.
Well,
I
they
mean,
weren't supposed to be.
We should have been to that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
On a side note, Eric Bieniemy makes $500,000 less than an average OC salary makes.
What the crap?
He makes about $500,000.
Dang. But there you go.
And most, and
that's probably what that is. Though.
And on average, your offensive coordinator makes about $1 million.
That's insane.
Then I bet he does it. I bet there has to be like contractual things that say he's going to call the plays and stuff.
I heard something the other day about who's the guy that was Patricia from.
Oh yeah, Matt.
He's back in New England. I heard someone say the other day he's not listed as the DC because they don't want to pay him that much, but he's calling the plays. Like he's like a.
So his son's not calling him. Belichick's son's not calling him.
They said that Patricia's calling him now. Because he's back there, but he's like listed as like a quality control guy, so they pay him like way less or something.
Bill wants his son to have that title, so it looks good on his resume.
Yeah, I guess.
Whenever Daddy retires,
that's right.
That's nepotism at its finest.
That dude's crotch is showing way too easily.
All right, this is a family-friendly show here, guys.
I'm sorry, but like,
he is wearing about some 4-inch shorts. Though.
What are we doing?
Those are Chubbies.
Oh, it's Tom Paracello.
Chubbies is a brand of shorts.
There's the GOAT, really Scott Hansen, right there. Only a couple more Sundays. Wait, tomorrow I think we get football.
We do.
Ooh,
Hall of Fame game.
Ooh,
that's crazy.
That's right.
Are any of y'all gonna watch it?
I'll turn it on for the first drive, and then I'll be bored.
I'm not even gonna do that to myself. I'm not even gonna tease myself like that.
If I'm home, I'll probably have it on.
I can't do it.
Trevor time.
So McVay done a lot in a very short amount of time. Come up from, like we said, pretty much equipment manager to head coach, and soon to probably be a big TV personality, I guess.
Yeah.
Because like we were saying earlier, were we live when we were talking about that? Him blowing it up over there with these draft picks and.
Yeah, I think that's whenever I was going.
Yeah. So I don't see how long he's going to be in the league, which is kind of crazy because he's. Burned so
he's
hot
like your
so
age.
Early.
Yeah.
No, he's younger than me.
He's younger than you?
He's my age.
So. Yeah.
He's exactly my age.
How old is he? 35?
33.
33. Yeah.
Come on, Chance.
I don't know how old y'all are.
Old enough. And number
Barely
one.
know my age.
Number one's the GOAT, Bill Belichick.
Is anyone not gonna have him?
Yeah, I mean,
if they don't, they're lying.
There's a lot of lists that have Reed as number one, but I think that's just a projection of how they're going to
wrong
do
again. We've aged 36.
Okay, so it's a year older than you.
We need to stop. We suck.
It's all good. We don't have to correct ourselves. It'd be all right. 290, 143.
Man, his wife is good looking though. Sorry.
Here's the kicker.
Rabbit hole. I don't need to go down.
Yeah, especially for us married guys.
No comment.
So here's the kicker though.
And she's now on the big screen.
31-13 in the playoffs, 6-3 in Super Bowls, but 31-13 is what really gets him there.
Yeah.
Done so well, and you could argue a lot of that was on the back of Tom Brady.
He made Jared Goff. Oh crap! We're talking about Belichick. Never mind.
Yeah, Belichick. Yeah. And Sean
Belichick's
McVay's barely played that many regular season games.
Yeah. Belichick's the GOAT.
So. You can argue that's been on the arm of Tom Brady, but Peyton, calm down over there.
Sorry, guys.
He's trying to live vicariously through
these
Sean
Google
McVay.
images, man, are wow.
We're gonna have another computer go down after Peyton.
Yeah, we're already 2 down.
What's a virus?
Yeah.
But
all right, let's move on.
Yes. It took me 45 minutes to get through my list.
While Peyton's looking at McVay's wife, I'll go. Number 5, Mike Tomlin. We already talked about him. Number 4, Harbaugh. Number 3, McVay. Number 2, Reed. Number 1, Belichick. Not much difference in mine than a couple of y'all's list. I think that might be Kyle's on the dot.
I wasn't listening. What was it?
Tomlin, Harbaugh, McVay, Reed, Belichick. I have Reed and McVay flipped with Kyle. Yeah, I love Harbaugh. He's one of the guys. I don't know. He might be the coach that I just feel like he can just come into a team and like just raise their floor. Harbaugh. I don't know. He's done a lot with a not a great team all around in Baltimore usually. Yeah, they usually have the defensive guys, but offensive wise, yeah. And talking about drafting. They draft.
They draft,
and I'm pretty sure he has a big part in that.
I'll say it every year when I'm watching the draft. Every Baltimore Raven pick, I'm like, yeah, that.
I mean, this year they went out and got freaking who's Kyle Hamilton. They got Kyle Hamilton late.
Yeah. When they got him, I was like, yeah, he'll be.
People were like, he might be number 3 overall.
Yeah.
I can't believe he fell that far.
Get him and Marcus Williams in the backfield now. I mean, golly, in the secondary there.
There was another guy they got.
Every pass rusher they get, I'm like, yep, he'll work.
Yeah.
Yep, he looks like a Raven. You know.
I mean, they always have a great defense.
Always.
Oh yeah, Linderbaum from Iowa, probably the best center in the draft.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
And then David Ajabi from Michigan, who some people said if he didn't get hurt would have been a first-round pick.
Yep.
I mean, just load up every year. Yeah. That's my top 5. Peyton, you're up.
Yeah. I'm gonna have
number 1's McVay now, right?
Definitely number 1.
Does that mean that Zach Wilson is going to be at the top of the
I mean,
Amen.
His mom's friend's not that bad looking. I mean, you got to get that right?
He doesn't know anything about it. He has not been on social media.
That's right. You don't know.
He never goes on social media.
Never. No, absolutely not.
I've got Bill's list.
My number 5 is going to be somebody that was on nobody's list, but in his record's not great. But Kyle Shanahan, to me, is one of the best coaches
almost
in the
put
league.
him there.
He's a great regular season coach.
I know
he's a great postseason coach. What you talking about?
He walked. He
this man just took Jimmy G to the play away from the championship.
He went to the 49ers organization that was not just phenomenal when he got there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's turning around, put them in NFC Championship games.
He beat the Packers and the Cowboys this year with Jimmy G.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and you look at his track record. 1 year with Matt Ryan, look what he did.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, I mean, exactly. I mean, just he's Cleveland. God, he was at when he was at Cleveland. Was there?
Nobody.
That's probably where he got his butt kicked.
No, he actually had a good. Who was that? I just went blank.
Were you following Cleveland at that time?
I didn't really follow them hard till Baker. Well, I liked him. I liked him a good bit with Josh Gordon. But
Jason Campbell.
I don't think was he there that
Derek
long
Anderson. Ago? Brandon Whedon.
Dude, have y'all ever?
Johnny
We can keep going with quarterbacks.
Have y'all ever
Johnny
seen?
Mans?
Have y'all ever seen that graphic where it's like the Browns are a dumpster fire? And it's got all their quarterbacks going in and out of the dumpster. It's a long list.
It's the truth.
And they just added another one to it.
Yeah.
I can't.
Not a great time to be a Browns
I
guy
could keep
now.
naming quarterbacks if that's gonna help.
Kevin Hogan.
Connor Shaw.
He had Brian Hoyer that year.
Hoyer.
I want to say he had a decent
Derek
year that
What year was this?
14. I want to
Probably the year that makes him still
That
be
was-
a
that
serviceable
Josh Gordon
backup.
was 13.
Wasn't that
I
the year
think.
they drafted Menzel?
Johnny Mans.
I ain't sure.
I feel like that's about
14
that same
sounds
time.
about right, or
It does.
13. I'm pretty sure 13 or 12 was Josh Gordon.
Johnny Manziel's he did coke, right? That was his.
Yeah.
That was his bugaboo.
He did whatever he wanted to do. He was Johnny Football.
He's still doing whatever he wants to do.
Yeah.
And still is like he is not going to run out of money anytime soon, the way he lives.
Yeah.
For sure.
His parents.
Could
were
you
rich.
imagine NIL if he was
Oh.
if that was a thing for him?
Billion.
Golly.
At A&M, too.
He'd
he was
have
doing
had
the
the money.
dollar, but yeah,
He'd had that trademark.
NIL was not a deal, but he was getting paid.
Oh, yeah.
absolutely. But still, imagine if
Especially at A&M.
Hey, did
imagine
y'all,
if it was legal. For
I know y'all were young, but did y'all go to the game where they played Tech?
It was Chance's
It was my
birthday.
freaking birthday. It was
And they had Mike
rescheduled because of a
Evans.
hurricane.
They
I
had
was
Mike
going.
Evans.
I was going because it was supposed to be in August.
We watched it on our
I was
phone
going
in
to
a Logan
but-
steakhouse.
Yeah, but a hurricane came and got delayed to my exact birthday. I couldn't go.
That's the day that my hate that still burns in my heart for Mike Evans started. He was punching Tech cornerbacks in the face.
Talk about a day that Quentin Patton had that day, though.
Ooh.
Yeah, man.
There's an entire.
I am shocked he's not in the NFL.
I mean, he was for a little while.
He never played though.
Yeah. Well, he was. Did he return kicks for the 49ers?
He might have.
He did very little.
I thought he was gonna be a freaking stud.
He was kind of a gadget guy though, and he was undersized.
I think the size killed him.
But I felt with the Niners, like he would have fit their same with Trent Taylor. I thought he was going to kill it.
Dude, man, the Niners fans talk so much trash about Taylor.
I thought he was going to kill it there.
Which, I mean, he almost got a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, Kyle Shanahan, every time I watch the 49ers, which I know Coach Blank was a big 49ers guy, I just feel like they're well coached.
Oh,
they're
yeah,
well
for sure.
executed.
That whole organization just ran well.
That's right.
John Lynch.
John Lynch is the GM. I don't know. I think Shanahan is going to be your next, because I don't think McVay's going to, like we talked about, it's going to stick it out for long. Shanahan just seems like a lifer. I mean, his dad was.
Oh, his dad was.
Yeah, it's in his blood. But he's always, usually on some of our lists, which I do like my point guard list, I usually don't have some of the guys that might not have the best stats, best records, but it's guys that I like, that I think that, I don't know, have an impact, and I feel like he has a big impact every time he coaches.
Patton played 4 years in the league though, which is average.
Yeah, but like what did he was just on the team though.
He was like a third option. I mean, his last 2 years he had about 400 yards a season. So he's like a third or fourth option, yeah.
I don't even remember that. Was he with the Jets?
He was with San Francisco the whole time.
He did that in the Niners? I do not even remember that.
He just never got picked back up.
Wow.
Well, that's about the time that Trent Taylor and Carlos Henderson came in.
I speak about bust.
Yeah.
All right, keep going, Peyton.
All right, number 4, Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
I think we've said enough about him already. Just steady. Been doing it for never had a losing record in 15 years, and
it's still crazy to me how young he is.
Yeah, I mean he was the McVay hire when back then,
and he did it as a black guy.
That's right, absolutely.
At a head coach position.
At a head coach position,
in the face of the franchise.
Yes. In the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And
franchise.
I realize, we're not talking about the 1960s, but things were different.
That was rare back then.
Yes.
I mean,
things were different 15 years ago.
Tony Dungy. Was Herm Edwards coaching at that time? Was he with the Jets?
I want to say he was.
Yeah.
Maybe Herm Edwards, then him. That was it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, then you had the guy they were who we thought they were.
Arizona.
Yeah. What was his name?
Green.
Herm.
No. It's a Green.
Yeah.
God.
It's not Bruce.
They were who we thought they were. Let them off the hook.
Yeah.
Cry on their asses.
God, I cannot.
Wait, we're talking about Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, stupid.
The heavy set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Green.
was short. He had a little Jerry curl action going.
No, he didn't. I don't think.
He had some freaking
It was green.
activator up top.
Activator.
His last name was totally Green.
It was.
It don't matter.
No, it matters.
Look it up. That's what bothered me. Look
He
it
ain't
up.
on the list.
All right. Number 3, McVay.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I thought he would have moved up after that picture you Googled.
Well, I'm telling you.
Dennis.
Dennis. Yeah, that's it.
That's annoying.
That is annoying. Number 2.
We should have known that guy.
Yeah.
Is Andy Reid, but he's really number 1. I mean, he's not.
He's number 1 right now, probably.
Yeah.
This year.
And
he's going to have a better season than Bill Belichick.
yeah, but Belichick obviously overall has the. So I had to put him at 1, but Andy Reid's not number 1. But I put Reid 2, Belichick 1.
Yeah.
But I got a question for y'all. Peyton was still coaching. Where would he be on this list for y'all's?
For the Saints or for the Dolphins?
No, Saints.
4.
Yeah. I think he'd be a
So
step ahead of Tomlin.
He makes y'all's top 5, right?
He'd probably be.
I'd have him at 3.
I'd have him at 4, right above Harbaugh, right under McVay.
I would have him at 3.
I would take out McDermott to put him in there for him and leave Tomlin where he's at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have him at 3.
3.
I always thought he was a top 3 coach in the NFL.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, I think McVay, he's almost proved to be almost like a Sean Payton.
Yeah.
and he's doing it, I guess, better right now.
A trendsetter.
Yeah,
You know, he's a
and then Reed and Belichick are hard to pass up.
McVay got lucky with his owner, though. That owner was all in, wanting to win now, moved to LA, have to get some.
The price he's
excitement
gonna
going.
pay though.
Yeah.
If he were to stay.
Oh, for sure.
Would and let me ask y'all.
He's not gonna have the longevity and like loyalty that Peyton had.
When y'all were talking, when you were talking about, you know, juggling, you know, Belichick and Reed, 1 and 2, how much lesser does his star shine if he does not get back to a Super Bowl without Tom Brady?
Who, Belichick?
Yeah. I mean,
I will say,
I think it was an equal effort.
That's gotta hit his legacy.
I think it was an equal effort between
Yeah,
the two.
I don't think it does much
I just
to
think
me.
they created magic together. I know it sounds weird. It's like the perfect marriage. It felt like.
Sounds a little.
And it's not.
Oh yeah, a little bit, but like
It's. I don't think it's as much.
Y'all get what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
Like they were a perfect marriage.
They're peanut butter and jelly.
If you put Belichick on probably 10 or 15 other teams, I would say he could probably get you to Super Bowl.
I think he can get the Saints to one right now if he was down there.
No.
Quarterback wise, maybe not.
We don't have the Patriot way personnel.
No, we did not.
But
you
there's
think
just
Marshawn Lattimore would go for the Patriot way?
CGJ.
I don't, other than, which I don't know if he's a real locker room guy, the Saints actually have a very good locker room type team.
Oh yeah,
they got guys.
We've got the guys that are
and
crap,
Belichick.
and
Well,
we just
Belichick went and got some of those guys that weren't the Patriot way.
went Cam Newton.
They ate the humble pie though.
But
he changed them.
What has
they ate that pie?
You never heard about Cam Newton having a problem up there?
Yeah,
never did.
Cam Newton had a problem at a day camp with a little camper.
You never heard Randy Moss have a problem. Whenever Randy Moss was an issue.
Yeah,
you know.
But Randy was well fed that year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He was.
He ate.
There was no other receiver.
He coached a murderer and didn't have an issue out of him.
Hey,
that's right.
Hey, allegedly.
That dude was a gangster.
Yes, it was.
Allegedly.
But you never knew something was wrong with him till the day he got arrested.
He coached Gronk.
But you know, and I was always on the argument
that Hernandez was innocent. Yeah.
Well, it's Brady.
Gronk and macadamia nuts.
It's Brady because Brady's making Belichick what he is. But then you sit there and you're like, okay, Brady's out for that 1 year. They
Belichick
go 11-5.
I was on the other side of it before he went to Tampa.
And Tampa changed my mind with Brady. Though.
I thought Belichick made Brady.
Yeah. Then he went to Tampa and proved that wrong real quick.
Yeah.
But Belichick did the 1 year when he was out. We went 11-5. Okay. And I'm thinking, all right, Brady leaves. Here it comes. And I'm like, no, he went and got a rookie quarterback, and he's still winning ball games with him.
Went to the playoffs.
I mean,
they were above 500 still.
That's right. So he's
with no talent around.
I was about to say we're some junkies there.
But
zero
wide 10 guys on that roster.
That no talent is
I can do that.
Oh, it absolutely is. Again, he believes in himself so much, man.
Yeah.
That's like that guard they took in like the first or second round. In the
Cole
draft.
Strange.
Yeah, that was like ranked 400 or something like that.
Yeah.
And people were thinking, this guy might not get drafted.
There's a guy that McVay was looking at for day 3 because they didn't have picks the first 2 days, and then Bill takes him round 1.
So I do not understand taking your guy.
Oh, the guy's gonna be a 3-time All-Pro.
Oh, he's gonna be phenomenal. Though we know he is. He's gonna be great.
Because Belichick doesn't want to get those diva guys. I mean, because you
and another thing about that, like, there's so many guys that Belichick brings in that they're kind of washed, but they were Patriots.
Yeah.
Like you see, like the Calvin Noy, McCourties. Yeah, Jamie Collins is there every year somehow.
Patrick Chung.
And Jamie Collins can't play for
Nikovic
nobody else.
Came back and forth.
Exactly. Yeah, Jamie Collins.
Van Noy.
Yeah, Jamie Collins went to the Lions with Patricia.
Yeah.
Still didn't work.
No.
And then he's right back.
That's right. I mean, it's some of those guys.
The tackle, Trent Brown.
Yes.
I mean, there's just so many guys that they're Patriots once, and they found their way back.
Nate Soldier.
Yeah.
Went to the Giants, signed a big 4-year deal. It was a dud.
Yeah.
So before we wrap it up, Clay, let us know about what Wild Bill said from underneath a trailer tonight.
Yeah.
He's working on those lights still.
Yeah, he's doing the electricity.
His number 1 is Lou Saban. No. Bills coach in the 70s. He actually sent a real list.
Really?
He did.
Like a
Good for
legit
him.
today's coaches list?
Yes, he did.
Wow.
Good for Billy. Follow the rules.
Wow. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Bill.
It's my exact list. He might have hacked my phone. Mike Tomlin, John Harbaugh, Sean McVay, Andy Reid, Bill Belichick.
I think that's a pretty good consensus.
It's hard. It's hard to go otherwise, honestly. You got Shanahan. You could throw in LaFleur if you're Railey, and then
LaFleur has the best
McDermott.
winning percentage.
McDermott should not be in the discussion as Harbaugh.
I
And,
forgot
if
Harbaugh was
Sean
a football
McVay
coach.
didn't-
I remember I was doing
if
it off
he
the top
didn't
of my
remind
head.
me of young Sean Payton, I wouldn't have had him.
All right, this is I'm just one that actually kind of crossed my mind, and he's had a rough last couple of years. And it's probably hurt his reputation. What about Pete Carroll?
Nope.
I thought about him, but I don't think he's worthy.
What's
now.
impressive with Pete? He's done it both college and NFL. I mean, just saying. I mean,
Illegally.
every college coach has.
He bought somebody's mama a house.
Coach Blank's boy Saban illegally all. I
You're
mean,
gonna have to take away one of those national championships he's got because it was bootleg. We know LSU won that by themselves.
boy, yeah.
Was that the Oklahoma year?
I don't think he don't claim that one, does he?
Oh yeah.
I've never heard him claim that.
Well,
I mean, the fans and stuff and the media does, but I didn't know.
He ain't gonna say he didn't.
But I mean, he has. I mean, literally, he's 1 yard away from having 2 Super Bowls and.
And whose fault is that?
Yeah.
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 But he still
Could
has.
nobody stop
But he
Marshawn?
still has one, and he has a national championship. How many coaches can say that?
They do get they.
He
Wikipedia
hasn't been the same since the
identifies him
Legion
as a
of Boom
champion.
broke up.
For what year?
03.
Holy crap! No way.
They identified him
Holy
as a
cow.
champion.
And the 05 one got vacated, huh?
No,
Or just the Reggie Bush
just
stuff?
the Reggie Bush stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
04, you mean? Was that the
That was the.
That was 05,
Texas
right?
game?
Or 06?
No, Texas won that one.
Yeah. 04 was tech.
They
no,
credit him with 03 and 04.
no, 04 was national championship. 05 was
Oh,
the Texas game.
okay.
Yeah.
And 05 was
So
Reggie's Heisman.
Nick Saban
Yeah.
was LSU's coach for that one. It's like-
I was 5 at the time. I forgot.
Yeah. I can't believe Wikipedia really gives them that
They
championship.
give Nick Saban the championship too in 03.
Holy crap.
AP and
AP
coaches.
and the BCS and all that
BCS,
kind of crap.
whenever that was all.
That was a
wow.
bull crap split year.
God,
Yeah.
I hated that.
All right.
AP gave it to USC.
Well, this is a good episode, I think. We had some
Appreciate
fun.
Coach
Yeah, we had
Blank, man. That was a great interview.
great talk
Bill,
with
wasn't it?
Blank.
Great talk with him. For sure.
Golly.
Excited to have him back for sure. Dirty Five of Coaches wasn't very exciting, honestly, but I mean, we had some good discussion about some of the elite
Very
guys.
consensus.
I think the most exciting portion was watching Peyton Google Sean McVay's wife.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man.
I mean,
LSU's recognized as the BCS national champions.
Okay, good.
we all could have went.
I
We all
would
could have went
retire
different.
too if
but-
I was him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd stay home with that.
Well,
Definitely.
we all could have went different, but we respected the legends in the league right now. You can't not pick Tomlin and Reed and Belichick, but oh well.
It shocks me Pete Carroll doesn't get the love though.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know. I think it's because
I think it's because when the Legion of Boom broke up,
He went
even with
downhill.
a franchise quarterback, he didn't do anything.
He couldn't win last year.
and
I
that
mean, I'm
franchise
not
quarterback
saying I'm
wanted to
a fan.
leave.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Russ been wanting out for a while too.
There's we could
Let
look
Russ
up
cook.
we can
Amen.
look up a Google list on head
Let's
coaches
ride.
that has won national championships.
Oh my God, I hate that so much.
Denver. Let's ride.
Have you seen the guy
Broncos
from
country.
West Virginia?
Did you see his new ride?
Yeah, the
Mountaineer Nation.
Oh, he rode in a tank.
That's right.
He freaking has like a Bronco tank
With
he
all the
rode in to
super
practice.
white polo poses
Russell
he was
Wilson's
doing.
new ride, and it's orange and navy.
All
How
right.
is that guy a quarterback? Did you see his picture?
The guy from West Virginia?
Yeah, he
He looks like he got picked on in school.
Well, let's end this and
Before we say something
yeah, we'll put up another episode soon. It'll be tomorrow at some point. So Friday.
Maybe.
We'll do our AFC East preview.
yeah. We're gassed, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're tired. I'm not
We're
gonna lie.
rambling.
All right, that was fun.
Peace out.
Chop on.
Who
Yeah,
dat?
Go Tigers.
This ain't how it's supposed to be. It should be just you and me.